So personally, I think a woman should be the most responsible for her body, right? When it comes to having sex and making a baby. So that means if she allows a guy to nut in her, right? And then she gets pregnant and she decides to keep the baby, the guy should not have to pay child support because it's her body, her choice. She could have told the dude to wear a condom. It's her body that the baby comes out of. She's the one that's going to carry the baby for 9 months. Even if the guy's around, she's going to be the one that actually has to nurture the baby. So she should be the most responsible in that case. And so the guy should not have to pay child support. And if guys don't have to pay child support, then women will actually be more responsible with how they operate with their bodies when it comes to sex. How do you feel about that?
You're acting like child support is like some type of answer or cure. We have child support now. Niggas don't pay it. It be low as shit. Women still have to take care of their kids. They're the ones that be raising their kids by themselves. And the baby daddy be right across town. So you're talking about something that's not even real. You ask me a question about something that don't even exist. Like, you acting like child support is something. It don't do nothing. Everything is fucked. But this thing that you're describing, like, women will have to be more responsible. They are. They are the only ones that's responsible.
You think women are responsible? So how they getting pregnant and having babies out of wedlock if they are responsible?
When I say responsible, I mean responsible in the same way that you meant the word responsible when you said they're responsible for their bodies. They're responsible for the children. They're responsible for making sure the child is fed, healthy, birthed, going to school. That is something that they have to take care of. That's their responsibility, and they are being held accountable for whatever, the outcome of their actions are. That's what I mean by responsible. I'm not talking about whether or not you're some type of, sharp, on point individual. I'm just saying that this is part of your duties.
Wouldn't they be responsible? We're talking about responsibility, right? The best way to be responsible is not get pregnant, because it's not the man that's getting the woman pregnant. She is the one that's allowing herself to be pregnant.
It's the man who's impregnating the woman.
And who's giving consent to that?
The man and the woman, because the man is the one who allowed his seed to enter into a fertile ground. That was his decision.
Okay, so we're not talking about, because there's a rare situation where there's rape involved, right?
Rare?
So are we gonna say the most percentage of women that's getting pregnant comes from rape?
No, I just feel like the word rare in use with the word rape is a little misleading.
Okay, most percentages of women that's getting pregnant is consensual. Would you agree with me or no?
I feel like there's a good percentage of it that's like accidental. Most people don't even know they're pregnant until like months in.
Okay. Whose fault is that?
The man's for nutting in a woman and not telling her. A man for not saying, hey, let's wear a condom. I think a woman has responsibility to wear a condom as well, but it's equal responsibility.
Oh, no. Let me stop you there.
It's equal responsibility. You're trying to make it one or the other, and it's not.
You think the man is the one? Because first of all, we know how y'all feel about men.
Really? How do y'all feel?
Like dogs.
How do you know that? Who's y'all? Who told you that?
Society has painted men as dogs, and it's almost like it's okay for even men to embrace their dogness, right?
It's not okay. It's an issue.
Well, it is an issue, but it's in society it's been painted that way, right?
Who, your society? Because my community don't operate like that.
Let me ask you: is toxicity embraced? Yes or no? Keep it real.
By who?
By society.
I would say so, but it's toxicity. So what does that tell you? That's almost an oxymoron. Why would you embrace toxicity? Do you embrace contracting illnesses? Because that's what you're talking about right now in your body. Do you embrace being sick? So why would I even legitimize society embracing toxicity?
Okay. So my overall point is the fact that I'm actually making men seem like they're not responsible enough. And so you, as a woman, since y'all have it all together,
who said
and
that?
These guys don't.
Who said that? I feel like you're creating narratives that no one spoke but you.
Okay, so that's my narrative. Okay, cool. Let's say that's my narrative, right? So let's move away from my narrative.
Please, because it's not even
actually. Where does the baby grow?
In the womb.
In the woman's womb, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We all know this. So everyone has this information.
So who is the most responsible for the baby and how the baby is conceived?
When you say responsible, do you mean who is going to have to do the most work pertaining to, or whose fault is it? Because your conception is really up to the man, because if he doesn't provide the seed, then there will be no baby.
Okay.
Exactly. You keep trying to say shit that ain't. Come on, next question, bro.
No. Listen, I just heard what you said. So what I'm saying is, if the woman tells the man put on a condom, right? Right? There is going to be a condom put on, and then a baby would not be had, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if women are having babies out of wedlock, that means they're actually allowing guys to nut in them, right? So if it's her body, right, she should be the most responsible. You haven't given me a reason why you disagree with that, though. You haven't.
Because I feel like it takes two. It takes two. I can't get pregnant without a man's action. If he's not inactive in this, he's not like some type of unliable party. It doesn't start until he starts. So I feel like for you to try to erase the impact of that initial happening is just not realistic.
But you're the gateway to sex.
Gateway to sex? That sounds crazy as fuck.
Are we
talking about substances? You talking about drugs?
Because you actually, it's like a guy asks you, "Hey, can I do this? Can we
do this?" It sounds like you believe that sex is something that's done to a woman as opposed to something that both parties equally partake in.
Yeah, at the end of the day, though, men pursue women, right?
You think that women don't pursue men?
No, not how society is defined. No.
How is society define it?
Men pursue women just like how men get on their knees and ask women, "Hey, can I marry you?" Right? I know we have these changes happening right now where there's some women asking men like, "Hey, can I marry you?" But overall, it's really like men pursuing and women saying yes or no. That is the basis of like the...
I think that maybe in a different decade that may have been like, the majority of how it goes down. But I would say at this rate, it's getting pretty close to almost equal with who is the person to initiate the sexual encounter.
But if somebody's entering your body, right? It's like if you go into a club, right? The club, at the door, there is a security at the door. Okay. Guess who's the security?
You think a woman is like a club? Are you saying that women are like the club?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Yes. Okay.
Do you think there's an issue with you trying to equate a woman's body, a human body, to a commercial building?
No, but in this case, I think I'm making sense.
I don't know, because I feel like there's a lot of nuance between a human and like an establishment that gets diminished when you try to equate them in a conversation that's so intricate.
See, now you're trying to have a different conversation.
Am I?
But you you are. You're moving the goalposts to somewhere different.
I'm moving the goalposts? This is your argument. I can't move the goalposts to your argument.
But you're moving my argument to somewhere else so you can... And you're trying to escape the conversation I'm trying to have with you.
I just told you what I thought.
I am saying
pregnancy cannot happen until a man provides his seeds. A man has control over where he puts his seed.
And the woman has authority over her body.
Okay, but just because I agree to have sex with you doesn't mean I agree to carry your children. Just because a man has sex with me doesn't mean he's agreeing for me to raise his children or to bear his children. So you have to get rid of this idea that just because we're having sex, that means that we're also going to have children. Because people can pull out and be successful. People can use condoms, be successful or unsuccessful. People can use birth control, be successful or unsuccessful. So I just feel like niggas can say they weren't a condom and don't. Niggas can say they pull out and didn't. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? It's just too many variables for us to even try to blanket this argument or try to make it seem like one person is responsible for a burden that affects everybody in society. At the end of the day, if you a man, you decide, do you want to nut in this bitch or not? And if you are, am I going to get a plan B, or am I going to just let it rock and see what happens? I think it's really crazy for you to try to even make it seem like, oh, it's a woman's responsibility, so it's all on you. Like, that's why society is so fucked up now. Niggas say, oh, a single mother's raising kids, that's why the boys is bitches these days. Well, when you have niggas trying to pass off simple responsibility as such, that's what happened.